Have you ever thought about how an activity as simple as masturbation might affect your physical and mental health, especially as you age? In today's video, we're thoroughly exploring the often overlooked topic of sexuality in older adulthood, debunking myths and uncovering surprising facts that impact your health and happiness. If you're curious about how aging affects your connection to pleasure, or how self-intimacy can elevate your mood and even improve sleep, this video has the answers. But there's more. We'll also examine the hidden risks of excessive masturbation and how it may lead to emotional isolation or strain relationships. Stick around to learn how to maintain balance, enjoy a satisfying intimate life, and find out how to keep a healthy connection with your body and mind. Don't miss this. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so and turning on notifications so you won't miss any content. Your support means a lot. And if you enjoyed this video, liking and sharing it helps me continue delivering these valuable insights. It's crucial to understand the significant effects masturbation can have on the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of older adults who engage in this practice regularly. Society often avoids talking about sexuality in later years, but dispelling the misunderstandings around this subject is essential. The belief that pleasure becomes irrelevant or unsuitable in old age is outdated and can create unnecessary shame and isolation. Today we're challenging these outdated ideas and examining how masturbation, far from something to be hidden or avoided, can be a beneficial and positive influence for older adults, providing healing and deep emotional fulfillment. This discussion is specifically for mature adults, particularly those in the later stages of life who may be dealing with complex feelings around intimacy and self-care. To start, it's essential to recognize the true nature of masturbation, an act that transcends age, societal expectations, and cultural norms. Throughout life, masturbation can provide not only immense physical pleasure, but also crucial emotional relief, creating a safe, judgment-free space for self-exploration and self-love. As people age, their bodies go through unavoidable changes that can influence their experience of sexual pleasure. Hormonal shifts, changes in sensitivity, and physical limitations all play a role. However, these adjustments do not mean the end of desire or intimacy. Masturbation, particularly in older adulthood, can be an important way for individuals to stay connected with their bodies, reminding them that they remain deserving of pleasure, affection, and self-care. One of the main aspects of aging is the natural reduction in testosterone and estrogen levels, which can impact how sexual desire is expressed. For many, the intensity of desire may lessen, and the frequency of sexual urges might decline. Yet, this does not mean that desire fades entirely, it simply changes in form. Older individuals may find their sexual experiences becoming more nuanced, focusing more on self-discovery and emotional fulfillment than on the physical intensity that often characterizes youth. In this context, masturbation becomes an intimate act of self-care, a way to reconnect with oneself and experience pleasure on one's own terms, free from pressures like performance anxiety or social expectations that might have been present in younger years. For some, the idea of masturbation in later life may feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable, particularly if they were raised to think of sexual pleasure as something meant only for the young. However, this is an opportunity to question these societal norms. Older adults have every right to experience and explore their sexuality, and masturbation can offer an empowering experience in later years. It provides a sense of control and autonomy over one's body, a reminder that, even as it ages, it still has the capacity for joy, pleasure, and fulfillment. This practice can foster renewed confidence, allowing individuals to embrace their bodies with love and acceptance. In addition to the emotional and psychological empowerment that masturbation can provide, there are also significant physical benefits for older adults. Medical research has shown that regular self-stimulation aids in maintaining healthy blood flow in the genital area, which becomes especially important with age. Poor circulation can lead to tissue degradation and other discomforts, but regular stimulation encourages blood flow and promotes overall genital health. For older women, masturbation can help relieve vaginal dryness, a common condition that arises due to hormonal shifts in menopause. For men, it can support erectile function by promoting circulation and preventing the weakening of tissues involved. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, please drop a comment below to let me know. The physical advantages extend beyond the genital area. Masturbation triggers the release of endorphins, known as the body's happiness hormones, which effectively reduce stress, lift mood, and create an overall feeling of well-being. These hormones act as natural pain relievers, which is especially beneficial for older adults who might be managing chronic pain or discomfort. By releasing these endorphins, masturbation provides a natural, drug-free approach to managing pain and enhancing emotional health. Moreover, masturbation directly influences sleep quality, which becomes increasingly crucial as we grow older. Many elderly individuals face sleep-related difficulties, from struggling to fall asleep to waking frequently throughout the night. Masturbation can address both issues, as the physical activity combined with endorphin release and muscle relaxation aids in promoting better rest. Many find masturbation to be a natural sleep aid, providing relaxation and comfort that supports a more peaceful night's sleep. The emotional benefits of masturbation for older adults are just as significant. For many elderly people, especially those living alone or who have lost long-term partners, loneliness and isolation can be particularly challenging. Masturbation offers a way to reconnect with one's body, providing not only physical pleasure but also emotional comfort. It allows individuals to find joy in a private, secure space, fostering self-love, and providing a reminder that, despite age-related changes, their bodies are still capable of pleasure and happiness, leading to renewed self-acceptance and confidence. Additionally, for those who feel uncomfortable or uncertain about their changing sexual desires, masturbation presents a means to explore these feelings without the pressures or judgments that can come from a partner. It offers a chance for self-reflection, enabling individuals to better understand their evolving desires and needs as they age. This can be especially empowering, helping to dismantle the societal assumption that sexual pleasure is reserved solely for the young. By embracing their sexuality, older adults can experience liberation, free from the constraints of societal expectations. That said, it's also essential to acknowledge that masturbation, like any intimate act, can bring emotional challenges in later life. For some, it may evoke sadness or frustration, especially if it serves as a reminder of past relationships or physical limitations that come with aging. Addressing this topic requires sensitivity, recognizing that while masturbation can provide many benefits, it may also stir complex emotions that need to be addressed. Ultimately, masturbation in later years is about maintaining a connection with oneself. It's a way to nurture the body and mind, explore pleasure in a safe, loving way, and cultivate a sense of self-care that's vital to overall well-being. Through this practice, older adults can gain physical relief, emotional solace, and a renewed sense of empowerment, reaffirming that they deserve joy, pleasure, and connection at every stage of life. This intimate act should not be shrouded in shame or secrecy, rather. It should be celebrated as a beautiful expression of self-love, autonomy, and the intrinsic dignity of the human body. On a psychological level, masturbation is a powerful tool for self-awareness, boosting self-esteem, and fostering a positive body image. This is especially important for older adults, as aging often comes with a perceived loss of control over one's physical self. Age-related changes, whether hormonal, sensory, or related to mobility, can sometimes lead to a sense of detachment from the body, bringing feelings of frustration or estrangement. In this context, masturbation transcends mere physical pleasure. It becomes a source of empowerment, helping individuals regain control, reconnect with their bodies, and remember that they remain capable of pleasure, resilience, and closeness. This sense of empowerment offers a wellspring of emotional strength, encouraging older people to feel more attuned to their bodies and, by extension, their sense of self. However, as with any pleasure-centered practice, masturbation has its nuances. When engaged in mindfully, it can be a source of both physical fulfillment and emotional balance. Yet, if it becomes excessive or overly frequent, certain challenges may arise. It's essential to recognize that, Like any enjoyable activity, masturbation has the potential to become habitual. Physically, overstimulation of the genital nerves through repeated self-stimulation can lead to hypersensitivity, potentially causing temporary discomfort or decreased sensitivity. Although this effect is temporary, it may lead to a reliance on more intense stimulation to reach the same level of satisfaction, creating feelings of frustration or unease. This cycle of seeking greater stimulation can diminish the otherwise beneficial aspects of masturbation, turning an otherwise positive activity into a source of tension. But the deeper impact of excessive masturbation in older adulthood extends beyond the physical, reaching into the emotional and psychological areas where compulsive behaviors often take root. In my experience, for many older individuals, masturbation can serve as an emotional escape, a way to manage difficult feelings such as loneliness, anxiety, or sadness. These feelings can be especially prevalent in later life, particularly when social or familial relationships weaken, or significant life changes, such as the loss of a partner or health decline, occur. In such moments, masturbation may offer a brief respite, providing temporary relief from emotional discomfort. However, when it becomes the main or only source of comfort, it can lead to a concerning cycle of isolation. Instead of seeking emotional support, companionship, or engaging in meaningful social connections, the individual retreats into themselves, increasing their sense of disconnection from the outside world. This emotional isolation can be particularly insidious, as it tends to reinforce itself. The more one relies on masturbation to escape painful emotions, the more isolated one becomes. As isolation deepens, so does the urge to turn to masturbation for comfort. This cycle can profoundly impact mental health, ultimately fostering a deeper sense of loneliness and disconnection from others and the world. Aggravating feelings of loneliness, sadness, and worthlessness serves as a reminder that while masturbation can provide positive emotional benefits, it should not replace real human connection or emotional closeness. We are naturally social beings, and maintaining relationships, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, is essential for emotional well-being, especially as we age. So what do medical studies reveal about the impacts of frequent or excessive masturbation in later life? From a purely medical standpoint, masturbation is generally not harmful and is often considered a healthy expression of sexuality. However, as with any habit, when done excessively, it may have unintended consequences. Research has shown that older adults who engage in compulsive masturbation may face both physical and mental fatigue, affecting their energy levels and enthusiasm for daily tasks. This is particularly worrisome because, as we get older, staying active is crucial for physical health. Engaging in excessive masturbation can detract from other important activities, such as exercise, which is vital for preserving mobility, heart health, and overall vitality in old age. Without regular physical activity, older adults face a greater risk of muscle loss, joint stiffness, and even cardiovascular problems, all of which can accelerate health decline. Moreover, when masturbation overshadows other meaningful activities such as socializing, hobbies, or mindfulness practices, it can reduce life satisfaction, fostering apathy or lack of interest in the outside world. If you're still with me in this video and find these insights helpful, please comment below to let me know. In addition to physical fatigue, the mental effects of compulsive masturbation should not be overlooked. Excessive indulgence in any activity, especially one so tied to self-perception and emotional regulation like masturbation, can lead to psychological burnout. Rather than feeling refreshed and relaxed, an individual may end up feeling emotionally drained or detached, especially if masturbation has become a way to avoid deeper emotional issues. Over time, avoiding these issues can intensify unresolved feelings, leading to greater psychological stress, such as anxiety or depression. The key to fostering a healthy relationship with masturbation in later life lies in balance. When incorporated as part of a broader strategy for emotional and physical wellness, it can be highly beneficial. Masturbation can promote self-awareness, build self-confidence, and serve as a natural way to handle stress and emotional strain. However, it's essential to be mindful of the risks of excess. As with any practice, moderation and self-awareness are crucial. Masturbation should complement a fulfilling life, not substitute it. For older adults, maintaining a balanced, active lifestyle is vital. This includes regular physical activity, nurturing relationships, and exploring hobbies or passions to prevent emotional or physical dependency on masturbation. Additionally, open and honest conversations about the emotional and psychological aspects of aging are essential, particularly concerning feelings of loneliness and isolation. By addressing these deeper emotional needs, individuals can adopt a more holistic approach to their well-being, ensuring that masturbation remains a healthy, positive part of life rather than a coping mechanism for unresolved issues. An important factor to consider when discussing masturbation in older adulthood is its impact on personal relationships, particularly for those in romantic partnerships. While it's true that many older adults live alone and may rely on masturbation to fulfill their sexual needs, for those with partners, the role of self-pleasure can become more complicated. In my experience, I have encountered cases where excessive masturbation unintentionally replaces the pursuit of shared intimacy with a partner, resulting in both emotional and physical distance. This gap can foster feelings of isolation within the relationship, where one partner may feel neglected or disconnected from the other. When self-stimulation starts to substitute shared intimate moments, it can risk weakening the bond created through mutual experiences of closeness and affection. In such cases, finding a balance is essential, one that enables both partners to explore and fulfill their sexual needs without compromising their shared intimacy. When practiced in moderation, masturbation can coexist with a healthy sexual relationship. However, when it starts to replace those shared moments of affection, it may cause friction and emotional tension. Open communication between partners is critical, ensuring that both people feel valued and desired. Masturbation should never hinder intimate connection, but should instead serve as a complement, allowing both partners to feel connected physically, emotionally, and mentally. On an emotional and psychological level, masturbation can sometimes evoke feelings of guilt or shame, especially among older individuals who grew up in environments where sexuality was either stigmatized or considered taboo. These negative associations with sexual expression can become deeply rooted, causing an internal struggle between the natural desire for pleasure and the discomfort rooted in moral beliefs. Many older adults have shared with me that they feel trapped in a conflict, enjoying the happiness and relief from self-stimulation, only to be immediately overtaken by guilt, regret, or self-blame. This emotional conflict can be particularly harmful to mental health, leading to increased anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. In such cases, it's essential to understand that sexuality, even in later years, is a normal, healthy, and positive part of life. There should be no shame in accepting one's sexual desires, whether expressed through masturbation or shared intimacy. It's crucial to challenge the long-held social beliefs that suggest sexuality fades or becomes inappropriate with age. Older adults have every right to experience sexual pleasure without bearing the weight of guilt or shame. However, if masturbation is being used as a way to avoid emotional connections, replacing interactions or deeper connections, it might be necessary to reflect on the underlying causes and explore alternative sources of emotional support. This could mean consulting a therapist, reconnecting with loved ones, or building relationships that provide the needed emotional closeness and support to address feelings of loneliness. Another important aspect to address is the long-standing concern about whether any lasting physical risks are associated with masturbation in old age. Numerous myths and misunderstandings have circulated over the years, often generating unnecessary fear or concern. Some, for example, believe that masturbation may harm the sexual organs, speed up aging, or lead to issues such as prostate cancer or other serious sexual dysfunctions. Fortunately, there is no scientific evidence to back these claims. Masturbation does not cause permanent harm to the body or lead to any severe health issues. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, please comment 3 to let me know you're with me. While there are no long-term physical dangers linked to masturbation, moderation is important. Overindulgence can result in temporary fatigue or reduced sexual satisfaction over time. Excessive masturbation may lead to increased sensitivity or desensitization in the genital area, which might make it harder to reach the same level of satisfaction. This is especially relevant when masturbation becomes a frequent, habitual behavior, creating a cycle in which more stimulation is needed to achieve satisfaction. In such instances, it's necessary to consider whether this pattern is affecting one's overall well-being or quality of life. More broadly, masturbation in old age is not only natural but can also offer considerable benefits for both physical and emotional health. It contributes to maintaining circulation and elasticity in genital tissues, helping to prevent discomfort or tissue deterioration over time. On the emotional side, masturbation can serve as a helpful tool for managing stress, anxiety, or emotional strain. The act of self-stimulation releases endorphins, often known as feel-good hormones, that can improve mood, reduce stress, and encourage relaxation. This can be especially beneficial for older adults, many of whom face increased anxiety or depression due to isolation, health worries, or significant life changes. However, balance remains vital. While masturbation provides numerous benefits for both physical and emotional well-being, it shouldn't become a sole focus that detracts from other parts of life. If it begins to disrupt daily routines, relationships, or physical health, it might be time to reassess its role. Exploring other forms of emotional and physical fulfillment, such as hobbies, social interactions, or physical activity, can be beneficial. Ultimately, the main message is that pleasure has no age restriction. When approached mindfully, masturbation can be a wonderful way to continue exploring and enjoying sexuality. Whether alone or with a partner, sexual pleasure is a deeply personal experience that can add to a sense of satisfaction and well-being. The key is ensuring it enhances one's quality of life rather than causing stress or becoming an emotional crutch. Practiced in moderation, masturbation is a natural, healthy, and affirming part of life at any age. As we've discussed, masturbation in older adulthood is a normal, healthy practice that can offer various physical and emotional advantages. However, it requires balance and mindfulness to ensure it contributes positively to overall well-being. It's important to question outdated social views on sexuality, embrace self-acceptance without shame, and find a harmony between self-pleasure and intimate relationships. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What insights have you gained from this discussion? Share one takeaway that you plan to apply